that's all right. It's me, you. We got a special kind of friendship.
I am not your friend.
Sure you are. Fishing buddy?
Yay. Happy middle of the fucking week, guys. Yay.
What is it?
Martin, don't text.
Afternoon. Yes.
I'm going to change.
How are
mine
everybody? I hope everybody's feeling better than I am. I am kind of under the weather.
Still, that's been going on for a month now.
Yeah. I don't care at this point.
There we go. The Mighty Gert. Gambit was first here. What is up, buddy?
Surprise.
Surprise, surprise, surprise. And then, of course, our good friend, Snorty Pussy, is here.
It's not the.
And then John Whitaker, 3.5. What's up, buddy? Let's see. Decided to watch this movie while doing some busy work. Nothing like a good, happy cry to cleanse the spirit. Love the ending of this movie. Yeah, it's like, we're going to be discussing both films, talking about the story, and just some of the differences between the two, because there are differences between them. And that is one of the things that they pushed for, was to have a more believable, less silly ending. So, listening, I've Got You Under My Skin by Frank Sinatra. Good song. They're going to talk about this movie and the 54 original at the same time. Yeah, because, it's fairly easy to go back and forth on this one. The stories are so similar, and some scenes are almost beat for beat reshots, but there are different performances. And I got to be honest, as much as I love the original film, we were talking about this before the show. I love both films equally, but if he told me I had to pick one or the other to watch, I would pick the 95 one, because I prefer the soundtrack. I prefer the actors in it. I feel like Greg Kinnear did a better job of playing David. And I'm not taking away from William Holden, because he was great, but I don't think he nailed the role as much as Greg Kinnear did. Greg Kinnear really,
for that role.
Kinnear was designed for that kind of comedy, playing a character like that. That's like, the whole, what, you're going to work on a Sunday? It's Wednesday, David.
Yeah, I like that scene.
And
I like, I see, that scene I liked more in the original, because it, Holden look as it's watched, like, really? Man,
The main change, aside from the ending, is the career that she pursues in Paris. Because in the new one, she goes into fashion, not cooking.
Well, and her self-deletion attempt.
They leave that out too, yeah.
Yeah, that's not in there. And they did their best to play it down in the original film too.
Yeah. In fact, they use it as a mechanism to make her bond with Linus, with his fake story of thinking of self-deletion at some point.
Yeah, and I'm trying to remember the name of the hat. I've forgotten the name of it. It's I told you the name yesterday, and I can't remember the damn name of the film, the book now. I mean the hat.
Hamburg.
God damn it. Say it again.
Yeah.
Hamburg.
Yeah, the Hamburg. The Hamburg hat is like, because there's photos. You've seen the photos of my hat rack. I had one hanging on that hat rack. I love that hat. I had that hat for many, many years.
I prefer fedora.
It took a divorce for me to lose it. I had a fedora too, but I'm a baseball cap guy. I've always worn baseball caps, and I love beanies too, like the military, not boonies, boonie caps.
Oh my
Gary's-
god. When Harrison Ford's Linus is preparing to take her out on the boat and he puts on the baseball cap, holy shit, does he look bad in that hat? He cannot wear baseball caps. That was so wrong.
No, and crayon, the French phrase is referring to colored art, and it's not actually like crayon Crayola. It's a word that means to paint color, because that's where the word crayon comes from for the product.
He is making her say, "My sister has a yellow pencil" in French.
Yeah, pencil. That's a yellow or colored pencil, and the word
Yellow.
crayon is what's used. So yeah. So many great characters. She's the best part of that movie. To be honest with you, I felt like Bogart was in a wrong role because it was originally supposed to be Cary Grant. And fucking Humphrey looked, fucking old.
Yeah.
He's actually close to the same age Harrison Ford is in the film. And Bogart looks like he's 15, 20 years older than Harrison Ford. And that's because he was getting sick around the time, because he died within a year. And being the elderly aunt in the remake of An Affair to Remember. Yeah. Humphrey Bogart started being in European type films. Beat the Devil. I like that movie a lot. Beat the Devil. Good film. Yeah, Kathleen Nesbitt was in the original. Yeah. Cary Grant and Deborah Kerr appeared in the 57 film. I think what Whitaker was talking about was she was in the remake, and I think she was in the remake. Let me look it up real quick. What year did that come out? '94. 1990. It was called Love Affair. There it is. Sleepless in Seattle 2 is a quasi remake. And Warren Beatty, I think, is the lead in this with Annette Bening. And it's Katharine Hepburn. Gary Shandling was in that. God damn. Pierce Brosnan, Chloe Webb, Kate Capshaw, Paul Mazursky. Did he direct it? Or was he acting in it? Harold Ramis is even in it. Oh my God. And Brenda Vaccaro when she was starting to have problems with COPD. Does anybody remember the commercial they shot? And they immediately released it, and you can hear her wheezing in the commercial. And then they pulled the
No.
commercial. Oh man, I remember that. And you can hear her like it really, and they had to go back in and edit out the audio to re-release the commercial. But Cary Grant was originally picked to play Linus Larrabee, and he bowed out for some reason. And so Billy Wilder was hard pressed to figure out who to do it, and he thought Bogart. Let's go after Bogart, and Bogart accepted it, and I think that's good. Yeah, and by the way, the remake from '95, that was all Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford wanted this movie. And
So he could kiss another beautiful woman.
Probably.
I think he's just that big of a fan, and he liked the new script. And basically, he wanted to play Linus Larrabee. And I've always said, any role that Humphrey Bogart played, Harrison Ford could play. He's that average Joe guy. He could play that part. The guy who suddenly becomes heroic, you know. And in this film, it's, what do they call that? A spring-autumn relationship, where you have this guy that's in his 50s falling in love with a girl that's 25.
22.
Well, it depends, because like in the new one, she's supposed to be 25, as I recall.
Yeah.
Audrey Hepburn is in my top 10 all-time list. Oh, hell yeah.
She's
And what's funny, while we were watching the film, Anima said, "Oh my God. All I see is Zoe
Yeah,
with
I still
Audrey
love
Hepburn's
Zoe.
character." It's like, and I
She-
said, yeah, that's what she was. What
Yeah.
she used to be is a little Audrey Hepburn type. She, you know, looked cute, and she was pixie-like, and she's tiny, and I liked her when she cut her hair short. I was very surprised how pretty Zoe looked with pixie hair. And she always looked good when she pulled her hair up in a bun back here, and she'd wear a dress that showed how long a neck she has. Because Zoe, like many dancers, has a long neck. And I was like, man, I don't know who's going to marry my daughter one day, but he is going to get a handful.
Oh yeah.
So my daughter she's still a handful. We just started talking again this week, and which I'm glad, because I love her so much. But I think we hit a point with each other. Like, she'll say something, and I get really fucking annoyed with how stupid it is. And I don't hide how I feel around people I love. I don't hide it. I don't pretend. And I speak my mind. And she did not like it. And I would say Anima agrees with about 85% of what I say with her. Would you say that much?
I don't know. I can't put a number on that.
Because you always tell me that you like how I talk to her, and you like how I raised her, and you like how we interact.
Except for when you interrupt her. I don't like that. When you don't let her talk. Even though she's going to say
that's a problem
stupid
with the
things,
personality type I have, which is I know what people are going to say before they say it. And then I go, well, you know, how do you know? And then I'll say it. And then I go, yeah, that's what I was going to say. And I'll go, yeah, I know. I'm trying to save you time.
Yeah.
Save us time.
That only has failure with me because I'm crazy enough.
My problem is
I wasn't going there, no.
Well, I understand like the way Zoe thinks, first of all. I don't agree with it. I don't like it, but I know and understand how she thinks, and I can see the wheels turning and where she's going before she gets there. And I do the same thing with other people. I do with you. I know where you're going, and that's when you get mad at me. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but this is actually a trait of people who have my personality type. We have a tendency of knowing what people are going to say way before they say it. We know where they're going. It's like, I know I'm about to be fired way before I'm fired. You know, and I've told many a boss, don't bother with all the positive things. Just get to the chase. Just cut to it and let's go. I said, you have to let me go. And you know, and they're like, how do you like know that? And I'm like, I read people. It's a skill. Stop talking while Gary's interrupting. You goddamn right, Snorty.
Penny's here.
Hi,
Penny. Hey, Penny. A nickel for your thoughts. Yeah.
Which reminds
Because it's a
me that
penny for
now
your
that
thoughts, and she's Penny, so I'm saying a nickel. You guys don't roll with it very well. How could I even look at myself in the mirror and say I'm a movie fan and not have seen Breakfast at Tiffany? No, absolutely. Breakfast at Tiffany. Did I talk about that before the show or during the show about the name? That was before the show. Okay, so I wanted to make sure to explain. One, I'm a big fan of that fucking movie. I am. I love that film. I agree with the racism in it, with Mickey Rooney as the Japanese apartment manager. It's really over the top, but I don't care. I still love the fucking movie. Audrey Hepburn is so wonderful in it as a broken human being. And George Peppard is a guy finding himself. And he was homosexual, as I recall in the book. They changed that in the movie. And because in many ways, I think Truman Capote was writing a fantasy story about himself. And he was a flaming homosexual. I mean, he was going down in flames. Probably sometimes. Anyway, but the title of the film has always bothered me. And it didn't bother me until my dad said something. Because my dad was a grammar Yahtzee, okay? And he's told me one day, he says, the title is grammatically incorrect. It would be Breakfast at Tiffany. You wouldn't say Tiffany's, the possessive, because it's singular.
Yeah, but that's an
Location,
American
and
thing
it's
to
where
add the S to names of
it's
places.
just really weird. It's just really weird to do that
Like you do it
because
with
you're having
Aldi.
breakfast. Where are you? You wouldn't say I'm at Tiffany's. You would say I'm at Tiffany. It's the name
wait,
of the place.
wait.
What?
You know, Argentinians do something like that too, and I always find it so strange. But now that you're saying it, that in English, I see the correlation. They don't say I'm going to Gary's house. They're going to say which in Spanish would be voy a la casa de Gary. They say
I'm
voy
going
a
to
lo de,
Gary.
no, they say voy a lo de Gary, which is I'm going to Gary's.
Possessive, his place.
Yeah.
His place. But Tiffany is the place.
Exactly, yeah.
Now it's different if it's like the name of the place has an apostrophe S at the end. So you can say, I'm going to go eat at McDonald's because McDonald's is the name of the people who own the restaurant. Possessive. Tiffany is just the name of the place. It's not named after a single person. So it's just, my dad always said that was grammatically incorrect. And my dad was pretty right on a lot of the stuff he said when it dealt with shit like that. He was a fucking great writer. Tiffany.
Well, I'm saying the same thing about Aldi, where you guys say Aldi's. It's not, it's Aldi.
I don't know what you're talking about.
A supermarket. German discounter chain that made it pretty much all over the world.
Yeah, Tiffany and Company is the name of the place. And I love that name. But I still, despite the weird grammar, I love that movie, Tiffany's, Breakfast at Tiffany's. And it's her going there and eating a Danish, I think she's eating. It's either a Danish or some sort of like a croissant.
Cannibalism?
And I don't know what she said.
He said,
oh, cannibalism.
She's eating a Danish? Oh my God.
Yeah, she's eating some Dutchman. Anyway, Tiffany and Company officially uses Tiffany's as a short form of its security filings. That's interesting. I never knew that. That's interesting.
maybe because of the movie.
Absolutely. My God, anybody who hasn't seen it needs to see it. It is a classic film, and I love it when Audrey sings. She's got such a beautiful voice, and always broke my heart that even though she sings the opening line, the opening phrase of a song in My Fair Lady, the rest of the song is actually a trained opera singer. And because all the other films, because she's too soft. She's a soft singer. And she really does have a very pretty voice.
The real question here, Snorty, is have you ever?
She was eating a Berliner. Do I mean somebody from Berlin or the donut? There we go. So we're going to show both at the same time. They both have a quasi-similar intro with a beautiful narration. And the original name was supposed to be Sabrina Fair, but they dropped it. They said it just her name is it. And it's almost magical, the name, which is why later on the Archie comics would create a character named Sabrina the Teenage Witch. They loved the name Sabrina so much because of this movie. Which is why I hated and despised the Netflix series. Like, Keith kept trying to get me to watch it. I said, I'm not going to fucking watch a satanic version of Sabrina. Fuck off. I'm not going to watch a satanic version of Bewitched either. Like, I'm not going to fucking watch shit like that. I don't like dark Archie comics. There she is. Now, what they do here, she's a 30-year-old woman playing a teenager here. She's supposed to be a teen. And they have the hair down around there, but when she turns to the side, the way they lit her, you can see this line right here, and you wouldn't see that on a 19-year-old unless they're skinny as fuck. Now, one of the main prominent things, because there they are, that's the father and mother in the original film, and he is not there in the new film. It's like he's gone, which is why Linus is running the company. And she is the storyline goes to the mother, which I actually got to be honest, I liked more. And I got to tell you, the cast in that movie was phenomenal. I loved the original film. I love the cast, but when it comes to casting, the remake is a better cast film. And that's in my humble opinion as a cinephile. But I will say that I stand by that, and I think other people would pretty much agree with me across the board.
I don't know, because I'm always partial to Audrey. I can never see anybody topping her. And oh man, I really like the way Humphrey played Linus.
Yeah, he's very subdued, which was unusual for him to play a character like that.
Yeah, and Harrison's Linus is more aggressive. At some point, you can see he's almost villainous.
And they wanted it that way. And I feel that that's important, because he should be a villain. He's the villain who becomes a hero.
He becomes a better person through her.
Yeah.
Just by spending time with her.
Exactly. That's his character arc. I feel like it's so much better in the Ford version. I think you get a clearer shot of the character arcs. You also get a clearer shot of David's character arc of being a fucking lazy, good-for-nothing playboy. And then suddenly he gives a shit by the end of the film. And he cares about his brother.
But I like how in the David in the remake, he's not that off the business as in the original. This David, he knows the business. He only says, "I'm not participating because Linus is better.
I don't have to, because that's it. It's the simple explanation. The only reason why David doesn't do shit is because Linus is doing it, and he doesn't need to.
Mm-hmm.
And it's even part of the dialogue, because it's kind of said later, and I love that. Who else? Did somebody just pop in? Did I see somebody?
Yeah, D-Bud Martin.
Oh, D-Bud's here. And of course, if I didn't say
D-Bud.
hi to you, Alpha, I meant to. I did read one of your comments. And so, hi, Alpha. How you doing, buddy? It's good to see you guys. Happy Wednesday, all you guys. Love you guys. Glad we can hang out. Oh, yes. Katharine Hepburn was in Love Affair. And look, Katharine Hepburn is something else, man. I used to be able to do her voice I did a fairly good impression of her, but once I became a man, it became really hard for me to do women's voices, which was awesome because I really overemphasized because I got picked to play females a lot when I was doing Shakespeare. I was in a traditional Shakespeare, the Rude Mechanicals out in Virginia. They're still doing shit now. It's an ongoing thing. It was before me. Bogart was 54 while Ford was 53. I think he was 55, Alpha. Go double check. I think he was 2 years older than
No,
Ford
I
was.
think you told me yesterday 1 year between those two.
Was it? I thought it was 2 years between them. I'm going to look it up real quick because I just remember pointing that out. I want to make sure I'm not misremembering. So give me a second, guys. Bogart's age in Sabrina. He was 55. But he was 54 during production and 55 when it got released. So there
let's
you
just
go.
say Gary hit and survived puberty. And
He never left puberty.
Yeah, I'm still in puberty.
He proves that every day. Ask me how I know.
Well, hey, how do you know? Anyway. Oh, another great fucking movie. That movie, that was the singularly the best performance William Holden ever did is in Sunset Boulevard. He's great in a lot of stuff, man. But if you guys didn't know, here's the tragedy of him. He was an alcoholic, a drunk, really. He was a drunk. And so many of those actors get that way as they get older. And he fell and struck his head on the nightstand next to his bed. And he laid on the floor and bled to death. And it took 4 days before somebody found him. When they hadn't heard from him on the fourth day, they're like, we need to go find out what's going on. We should have heard from him. So, but I will tell you this with the original film, as good as Julia Ormond is, no actress can ever top Audrey Hepburn in this role. In any fucking role, to be honest with you. I had such a crush on her growing up. And I remember I cried when she died. Cancer. Cancer. It got Bogart too. He died about a year later. Yeah, for that period of time, that sounds about right, D-Bud. Most women would have had a crush on him. Now, another film I liked that Audrey was in, it was her big first film, was Roman Holiday, which is another film I showed that clip of the ancient Roman head with the mouth that's open, and it says that if a liar sticks their hand inside the mouth, that this demigod will bite the hand off. And he pulled a prank on Audrey Hepburn. She didn't know what he was going to do. And he began screaming, Gregory Peck did. And her reaction, it was caught on camera. That was the shot. It was the original shot, first shot and only shot of that scene. They shot it only once. And him sticking his hand in and acting like it bit his hand off and her screaming. And then her reaction when she realizes it was a prank by slapping his chest. Because if you pay attention to watching that scene, she looks back at the camera. Watch the scene. Yeah. You catch her looking back like, help me, is what she's thinking. Are you going to help? Like, why are you just sitting there? Kind of look. She looks back and then she looks back at him and she trying to get his hand out. Funny as shit. Oh, The Devil's Brigade. Very good fucking movie, my friend. Helena Bonham Carter might have done well in the role when she was younger. Absolutely. She had that porcelain look with the dark eyebrows and dark hair. Her hair framed her face. And when she played Ophelia in Mel Gibson in Franco Zeffirelli's Hamlet. She was, in my opinion, the best Ophelia. I've never seen an actress play Ophelia like her. She plays lost like nobody's business. Crazy fucking actress. Up the River, 1930. Man, I've not seen that since a kid. I forgot all about that fucking movie. Bogart began his movie career in 1930 with John Ford's Up the River. Yeah. I think the turning point from him was Petrified Forest. And if you've never seen that movie, you're not a cinephile. It has to be watched by you. If you love film, watch that movie, Petrified Forest. It is great storytelling. The movie almost feels Hitchcockian the way it was shot. And I can't remember who did make that movie.
I'm on it. Come on. Archie Mayo.
Archie Mayo.
Mayo.
Mayo. I see it. Archie Mayo. Because you got a young Betty Davis in that movie too, by the way. Bogart as the villainous character. You've got what is his name? Leslie Howard in there. And man, what a good actor he was. God rest his soul. Good actor. Let me go see this. So, like, what did he make? He made looking for something big of his. A lot of titles that I don't think I've ever even fucking seen. 29, Sacred Courage. I've never seen any of these. Jesus Christ. Now, Svengali, I've seen 1931. Great fucking movie. Holy crap. They did a shot in that where the camera goes through the village and into the window right into Svengali's face in the upper room. That's a crazy fucking shot. Who was that? Barrymore, wasn't it? John Barrymore. Yeah, I just found it. God, man. Leslie Howard was like a gentleman's gentleman when it came to his acting. Yeah. In May of 1943, Howard traveled to Portugal to promote the British cause. He stayed in Monte Estoril at the Hotel Atlantico from the 1st to the 4th of May, and then again 8th to 10th of May, and between the 25th and 31st of 43. The following day, June 1st of 43, he was aboard the KLM Royal Dutch Airlines, flight 777, and they were flying from Lisbon to Bristol when it was shot down by a Luftwaffe Junker. And so he was, killed. Everybody on board was killed.
Damn.
It was a commercial flight, but I've always said he was targeted because he was a spy for England. And he did work with a lot of the Americans. So, big difference right here, my friends. They take out the silly chef part, which was fun. Don't get me wrong. I do enjoy all of this. And they gave her a literal career here of working as a photographer in fashion and learning how to do all of this shit. And this is where she goes from a girl to a woman. Another change they make is she has a relationship with a Frenchman.
Who turns her on to photography? Because she's just an assistant on the set.
Yep.
At first, but through him, she gets interested in photography and gets really good at it, apparently.
I'm going to have to go back and see that movie again, because it's been too long since I've seen it. But, oh, by the way, a lot of people don't know this actress here. That is an actress that worked with and then married Jim Carrey. That's Lauren Holly. Yeah, and one thing that we've, because I read a lot of this shit with my dad. My dad was a World War II history buff. And we talked about Leslie Howard, his work working with the British, either the Dutch or French underground. He was doing a lot of communication with them, meetings, passing information, and that is why it's believed his flight was targeted, because they knew he was on. Now there's another one. His name is John Williams, that actor right there on the top left. And this is something I think they got better with his character in the new film, because he has his own story arc, which is he's sitting in a car with one of the most powerful rich men on the planet saying sell, buy, stock, and shit like that in companies. And he would go and do that. And in the end of the film, you find out he's accrued over $2 million. He's saved up to give to Sabrina to go have her life. And he, I love the story arc in the new. I got to tell you, the 1995 film has much more character development than the original. But I still like John Williams' performance as the father not happy with his boss, going out with his daughter. And there it is, the Hamburg hat. I fucking love those hats, man. This is where David, in the bottom one, finds out that the marriage is and relationship thing is being taken advantage of by his brother.
Well, in the modern one, the brother sets them up. No. Wait.
No, he meets her at the hospital.
He meets her at the hospital, that's right.
Yeah, the original film, it's a setup. And so I like it. It's more organic in the newer film. And again, I cannot tell you, and I can't illustrate enough how fucking good Greg Kinnear is in this role. And don't get me wrong, Holden's great as David too, but Greg Kinnear owned that fucking role. Like, it was just Greg Kinnear being Greg Kinnear. Because he's like that. He's really a weird dude. He's funny, and I like him. I've always liked him. I remember back when he was just a talking head. Any of you guys remember that? He wasn't an actor.
No?
Yeah. This Sabrina was Wilder's last film released by Paramount Pictures, ending a 12-year business relationship company. And it's a hell of a way to go out.
Oh, yeah. All the Oscar nominations that they got.
Oh, yeah. She dates a Frenchman who teaches her the language of love.
What I really like is that he's not taking
Chevalier.
advantage of her, because he could have had her there on the bed, but he says, yeah, you in your head, you're somewhere else. And sleeping with you is not going to fix that. I like that.
Mon amour.
Gary Le Pew.
Yeah, it's Pepe Le Pew. He's Pepe Le Pew. Oh, where are you going, mon chéri? Come back. I love you. No, he's actually cooler than that. He's really a guy that really likes her, and it kind of grows organically, but she can't go through with it because she's still in love with David. And it's sad. Now, there's the mom. Okay, I got to tell you, man, you have some great female actors in this movie. You've got Lauren Holly in this movie playing the part of Elizabeth. You've got Angie Dickinson as Ingrid Tyson, Patrick Tyson's wife, played by Richard Crenna. And then you have Nancy Marchand playing Maud Larrabee. And God damn it, what a great fucking actress she is. Okay. I became a fan of hers when she was the owner of the newspaper in the TV series Lou Grant. I just like,
this is for you, Gary.
I've been to the town that gave the hat its name, Bad Homburg vor der
Höhe.
How is it? Höhe.
It means height.
Fuck that. It sounds like I have to fit a cock in my mouth to say that word correctly. Not doing it.
Jesus Christ.
It's a few clicks west of Frankfurt and Maine, and just south of Salzburg, a restored Roman fort on the line. Oh, really?
Limes. That's Main, by the way. That's a river. Frankfurt am Main.
By the way, if any of you ever want to go, there is a wonderful website that I go to because I love cars. And the website is the internet. Like, Joe would definitely fuck this one up. The Internet Movie Cars Database. And the car he drives around in is the Nash Healey 1953. And what a gorgeous fucking car. And I'm talking about the original film.
Yeah, they have gorgeous cars.
The other thing I like about the new film compared to the original film feels like a stage play, whereas the new film feels like it's in the real world. And I always did like that. Also, interestingly enough, Anima did not know what a wet bar was. She had never heard of that. And I don't know if it's just an American thing, because I think they do it in England too, that businesses often had wet bars. In the senior executive's office, they would have a wet bar. Because a lot of time they would entertain clients. And so they would have a wet bar there so they can have or mix their own drinks or have somebody that's a subordinate mix the drinks for them. We say Frankfurt am Main because there's another Frankfurt.
Frankfurt an der Oder, that's right.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you need to say which river the Frankfurt is on.
Right. Yep, I get you. In 2002, the film was selected for preservation by the United States National Film Registry by the Library of Congress as being culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant. And yeah, it's a moment of history. The craziest, most ridiculous part is this fucking plastic made from sugarcane. And I'm like, what? Look, I believe long before it existed in transparent aluminum, because that makes sense. But plastic made from sugarcane, just no. Wouldn't work. But he does the same thing in fact, what they use in the film is plexiglass. But she does the same thing in the 95 remake. She's joining the French cuisine course. No, she does not. In the modern one, she becomes a photographer, and because of the dude that she meets while working there.
And that's
Howard played. Oh yes, Leslie Howard's in Gone with the Wind. Also, another actor was in that movie that became famous for something else. Does anybody know who that is? He became famous for DC Comics because of DC Comics. Anybody? He played one of the brothers in Gone with the Wind. They were twins, in fact.
Oh.
Not identical.
No.
George Reeves, who played Superman in the 50s. He one of the biggest roles he ever got was as one of the twin brothers in Gone with the Wind. Great fucking film, by the way. Have you ever seen it, Anima?
Which one?
Gone with the Wind.
No.
Oh,
gotta see that movie. It is a must see.
It's my favorite movie ever.
It is definitely in my top 20. It's in my top 20. Because Gone with the Wind is, because what is his name? The executive there at the studio didn't care if the film made money. And it was the most money he ever spent on a movie. I've got Zucker stuck in my head, and it's not. I'm going to find it. All right, here we go. David O. Selznick. And Selznick made that film, and he basically created the tentpole films. But the tentpole films at the time weren't there for money. They were there to garner respect for the studio and win awards. And so Gone with the Wind is a film that he didn't care if it made money. All he cared about is that it got respect and won an award. And that's why he made it. And Selznick is a fucking smart dude. He ended up building a house based off of that one and lived in it because he felt that film changed his life as an executive. Yeah, I was talking about that a little bit ago, but he walked away from it. Type is a smart business. Okay, let me get the fucking comments or questions. All right, got that one. I'll have a vodka martini, shaken, not stirred. By the way, the dad likes stirred, not shaken. But there's a reason why Bond liked them shaken and not stirred. You guys know there's a real reason.
It's not as strong.
It's because when you shake it,
head.
It breaks up some of the ice into the drink and melts it quicker. So there's more water in the drink. So you're less likely to get as drunk. And that's why he does it. The play ran on Bright. Yeah, and I can't remember. Did the play go by Sabrina Fair? Because I think the play was called Sabrina Fair. Man, come on. Cunnilingus. Christopher Walken doing that scene in Saturday Night Live. That was one of the funniest things I've ever fucking seen. Him keeping a fucking straight face and repeating that name. And that's the odd thing, D-Bud. He didn't know if it was going to make money, but he knew he would get a nomination for an Oscar. 3 or possibly 4. Best adaptation of a script or best script adapted from a previous work. Best actor, best actress, and best picture. And potentially even best director. Although, good luck remembering who directed that film. Everybody remembers David O. Selznick because his name is on it. David O. Selznick's production of Gone with the Wind. But he's not the director. And he's not the only person to do that. There's another major war film where the producer put his name with the title. It's called The Longest Day. David O. Selznick did everything but it's safe with Gone with the Wind. No, she goes straight into working in the fashion industry, which I think it's better. Why? Because it puts her on an even footing with Linus. She doesn't need his money, doesn't need David's money. She's interested in one thing and one thing only: love, true love. And that's what makes her such a great character. Now, in the original film, with her going to chef school, it was cute and all that, but I prefer the newer version where she's got her own future. Without
and working in fashion, she would kind of be an entrepreneur herself. If she returns as a cook, all she can be is one of the servants in the house.
Yeah, she could work in a restaurant or a house, rich house. God damn, he's a good-looking guy, though, William Holden. Look at him there. Fucking smooth face. Like there's no hard angles on his face. So he doesn't have that chiseled look. He's just handsome. And I'm trying to remember, it's the vermouth that makes it dry, as I recall, right?
I don't know.
A dry martini is with vermouth, right? Somebody help me here. One of you guys in the chat. I forget.
I never
My
worked in a
dad,
place that did them. So
my dad fucking loved martinis. And he had one of the best mixing kits I'd ever seen. And he taught me how to make martinis when I was a kid. And he says, I'll teach you. He sat there and he'd show me. He goes, make me a martini. And I'd make him martinis. It was fun. Never wanted to be a bartender, but I thought that was a lot of fun making those for my dad. But then he quit drinking martinis and turned to drinking either beer or wine. And then the incident at the airport happened. And I told him what he did and what he did to me and what he did to his own mother. And he never drank again. Sadly, though, he never sought help. So he ended up at what's referred to as a dry drunk. He still had a lot of the problems that go along with it because he never dealt with them. Gunga Din was a great fucking movie. I love that movie.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I like that name, Ninotchka. All of them were successful in 39. Only Angels Have Wings. Another good film. What year was Ninotchka? Because that is the film that was shown to Arnold Schwarzenegger for one of his roles. What movie was? Oh, it was when he played the Russian coming over to the United States with Jim Belushi. Red something. So the director told him, if you want to understand your character, watch Ninotchka. And this is a kind of weird trivia, it just sits in my fucking head that I know this. And so he went and watched the film and he nailed it because of this movie. He learned how to act like a Russian because of that film. Destry is another good film. Yeah. Wizard of Oz. All movies we could be talking about if we were doing them, but we're actually doing this movie right now. Two versions of this film, in fact.
Well, they are so close to one another that this almost reviewing one.
I know, because
Yeah.
I told you, if you time it correctly, the scenes will pretty much line up. They'll be really close. Because even though it's not a shot-for-shot remake, a lot of the stuff is still in there. This scene with the fucking champagne glasses, the champagne flutes in the pocket, and fucking sitting on it. Oh, there's blood. I can feel blood. Oh, there's blood. That's so fucking funny. Both of them nailed that fucking role. I'm telling you. But the best David between the two of them, in my opinion, was that. But we should probably maybe ask you guys. So let's do a poll. What do you guys think? Like, who played the better Linus? You want to start with that one first? Or do you want to start with just the film first? Like, start with, which is your favorite? Which one do you prefer?
Start with that.
Aye.
It's going to be tough though.
I cannot vote. I can't. I can't.
I don't want to.
All right, I'm going to do
It's
a
too
poll
hard.
quick, guys.
They're both so good.
I'm starting a poll. I want you all to climb on it.
Okay, I have a perfect answer for which version is the best. The one that you are watching at that moment, that is the best. And that's it.
Because it's really hard to pick, because I love both films. But I told you, if I was told that I was going to be trapped on an island with a DVD player and a solar-powered DVD player and monitor, that I could watch only one version of the film, which one would I pick? And it would be the 95 version.
I don't know.
And I'm like, I don't know why it is, but it is. It's just, there's something I prefer about the newer film. Go ahead, Mark.
I like the lightheartedness of the first one. It feels more magical.
Well, there is something magical about the original film, and it does have that feel. And I do believe that part of that is Audrey Hepburn. Audrey Hepburn brings so much gravity to that role. The gravity that she pulls all these people together, and you can believe it with her. Julia Ormond, don't get me wrong, she's gorgeous, but she does not. She's the only one in the movie that is not as good or better than the original. The original Sabrina is, period, the best version of that character. That's the way I look at it and the way I see the performances. I feel like she's more magical in the role, period. All right, guys, here's your poll. I am going to pop that thing out. So pop out chat so I can close the channel window. There we go. In Kingsman, Eggsy orders martini with gin, of course, stirred for 10 seconds while glancing at an unopened bottle of vermouth. So basically just...
like that.
Oh, so a dry is without vermouth. Okay. I get you, Alpha. Thanks, man. Fanny Ardant was the Gerard Depardieu in Francois Truffaut's Le Film de Côté, The Woman Next Door. Le Film de Côté. Côté. Okay, The Woman Next Door. All right. In 39 in film, Drums Along the Mohawk. Great film. Gone with the Wind. Goodbye, Mr. Chips. I love every version of that film. I got to tell you, my favorite version is with Peter O'Toole. I cry so hard at the end of that. And that's, by the way, one of the first big orchestral jobs for John Williams. Anybody else know that?
No.
I loved his Goodbye, Mr. Chips. Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. Jimmy Stewart at his best. Ninotchka is a great film. Of Mice and Men, and of course, that's the version with Burgess Meredith and give me a second, the son of the great makeup artist that played the Wolfman, Lon Chaney Jr. Tell me about the rabbits, George. Hey, George. And they parodied that, by the way, in a few cartoons with Bugs Bunny, where you've got the character, hey, George. He's always calling the smaller dog George, and he's the bigger dog. Hey, George, we got to do that. And that is making fun of the Lenny character from Mice and Men. Stagecoach, another great movie. A trend-setting film. The Wizard of Oz. As much as I love that film, I don't care if I ever watch it again because all the latest shit kind of ruined it for me. But I have been invited to be a colorist. They wanted me to be an artist. I can't do it. I can't commit to that with my arms and my hands. I can't do the work anymore. But they've asked me to color an upcoming comic book that is related to the Wizard of Oz. That's very mature and not gay. It sticks closer to the original writing of I just forgot his name, the author of Wizard of Oz. Anyway, Wuthering Heights is one that I just get tired of because people keep trying to make it as a great romantic film, and it's not. It is tragedy upon tragedy. It is not a happy film about love and romance. And I really get tired of people making movies that act like it is, and it's not. The latest one, good cast, terrible movie. Fanny was starring opposite Alois, I don't know that name. Trintignant?
Trintignant.
No.
Trintignant.
In Vivement de Marché, finally Sunday, also directed by Francois Truffaut. Well, Truffaut was I don't know what to call him. He was kind of John Ford meets Billy Wilder, really.
That's
of France.
Vivement Dimanche. They have the weirdest names for the days.
.2 millimeter, most powerful fictional. Yeah, it's on a Desert Eagle, as I recall. They built it on the body of a Desert Eagle or something like that. That's right. With all those movies you just mentioned, Alpha. Yeah, for me, the best character in the film is David in the modern film. I really loved Greg Kinnear in that. I became a fan of Greg Kinnear because of Sabrina. I started really liking his work. All the movies. He did a movie, by the way, the true story of the guy who invented the safety belt. And it's a
Oh,
sad
not the safety belt. Not the safety belt. The wipe. The wipe.
Windshield wipers.
The windshield wipers.
Yeah, that was it. That was it. He invented a safety feature, and it's a very good movie. I watched it when it came out, and I've not watched it since. I've only seen it one time, but I just remember enjoying the crap out of the film. Flash of Genius. All those movies are great. Okay, wait, just redundant now. I'm not going to keep repeating titles. Thank you, Alpha. L. Frank Baum. So the creators of this project are making it about the world that Baum created. And they're doing a prequel, I think it is. I can't tell you any more than that. I have a non-disclosure agreement, so I can't talk about much. What I can tell you is they wanted me as an artist, and I had to turn them down because I can't do it. I just can't do it. The nerve damage in my arm is too bad. But I could still color. I could sit and color all day long. I do it with my mouse. I don't have to have a pen. I saw Lon Chaney Jr. drinking. Oh, fuck off. I know exactly what it is. Werewolves of London. Woo! Werewolves of London. Warren Zevon, man. Great fucking song. That and the Headless Thompson Gunner is another favorite of mine. It's a story of a ghost carrying a Thompson machine gun. Sabrina opened modestly. You know, we gotta get to this shit.
Hi, Clay.
Hello.
Dumonche ultimately comes from the church Latin Dies Dominica, or Day of the Lord. Oh, then it would be DIAS.
In Latin, no.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Originally scheduled to start filming in 94. Sabrina was primarily shot in early to mid 95. Yeah. Spanish Domingo has the same origin.
Yeah.
So one of the cool things about the 95 film is that it was led by Harrison Ford. He wanted this movie, and he was talking to one director only, Sidney Pollack, because they had a close relationship. One of the only other major relationships he had outside of his relationship with George Lucas and Steven Spielberg. And he went to Sidney because he felt that was his kind of film. Sidney started out kicking and screaming, not being interested in making the film. But then he read the script and he saw the movie in his head. And that's the minute you see the movie in your head, you're in, you know, because you've got to be able to see the movie. If before you can direct anything, you have to see it as a movie. By the way, there is a semi-twin car that David drives in the film too. And that's the 1953 DeSoto Fire Dome, which if you set that next to the Nash Healy, if they're painted the same, you would have difficulty knowing which was which. They're so similar in design.
Hi,
Now,
Clay.
you have to ask, because this is where Anima and I agree, because Bogart doesn't come off as a villain in the original film. Whereas Harrison Ford is pretending and playing a part in order to divert her attention away from David. But in the process of doing this, he's romancing her, and he actually fucking begins to feel for her. Like Linus Larrabee, that's the funniest part about Linus Larrabee. He lives his day by notes and map. You know, he has a very structured life. A woman in his life, he would probably normally want somebody who he is either working with or somebody that stays out of his business completely, one or the other. But it's not on his list, even though technically a character like that would need a progeny to replace him when he dies.
Yep.
You know, so, but
And that never comes up.
Never comes up. He doesn't give two shits about that. All he cares about is a little like Trump, you know, about the deal. But even Trump could fall in and out of love. Even Trump. Isn't that crazy? Nothing. Could you imagine that in a world? By the way, that's one of my favorite jokes of all time in a film is when Jack Black is sitting there with the kid in the movie Saving Silverman, the kid that played Silverman. They're sitting there. He goes, he goes, well, what do you think could have happened? Do you think her body's just laying somewhere? He goes, well, maybe she was kidnapped. And he goes, maybe she was kidnapped. And then like Jack's like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that. And he goes, no, how would that happen in a world? Like, what? I love that line. That's a great line. I love it when characters say stupid shit and they're trying to cover their tracks. And I don't think it's at this point that he feels much of anything, but I think that there is a single spark right here between him and her. Because the guy says, you two make a beautiful couple. And it makes him look at her. And that look that he gives her was like, what? And I don't think he felt anything, but I think it made him open his eyes a little bit. Like, wait, what? Really? Because he felt he was playing the role, but I don't think he thought he was playing it that well. Now, with the thing I love about the other film is he keeps David drugged.
Oh, yeah.
He's keeping him drugged and happy at home. And out of the picture. By the way, Eclay says hi.
I said hi to him. The David in the modern movie is the better person, just as a character, because he doesn't leave her for Sabrina. He takes over at the office because his brother goes to France. In the original movie, he's just an asshole because he leaves the whole marriage thing for her.
They do leave in the punching, though. And I will tell you
Oh,
this,
yeah.
Greg Kinnear nailed Harrison Ford. Hit him. Stunned him.
Well, remember the interview we saw with the girl playing Sabrina? Yeah. She was a bit concerned about slapping Harrison Ford, and apparently she has a pretty good slap. So she got him too a little.
Because it stunned him a little bit. She goes, the most important thing is don't hit the ear, because that's what makes it hurt.
That's where it hurts.
You hit here on the cheek, right here, across here. Because I've been slapped on stage. I've been slapped like multiple times. Because I remember one production we did 6 shows over 6 weeks of this production. And the girl had to slap me every production. And I taught her how to do it. I said, "This is how you do it. You use your fingers. Don't use your palm. Use the fingers, and you can pretty much hit me as hard as you want because I'm going to roll with it anyway." And she would. She smacked the shit out of me. It left a mark. There it is. This is where she says something to him that just knocks him for a loop. When she says, "My father talked to David and David told him I don't need to be there because Linus is." And that's the scene. And that has a huge impact on him. Look at that face. He just did not expect that. Bula, 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 bula. Fucking old fucking football chants are ridiculous. Pretty much just a tourist guide to well-known Paris locales. They use a lot of stock footage when filming scenes with cattle. It's true. No, I get a kick out of her smacking the shit.
Yes,
I
he
mean, no,
does.
don't you
When it's
don't
me
you ever
doing the
doubt for a
slapping.
second. She hits me like, I don't know, it doesn't hurt at all, but I enjoy it because I think it's funny that I irritate her
It's
that
not
much.
supposed to.
Because like annoying you is part of almost like an aphrodisiac for me because it just like I'm a boy and I'm messing with the girl I like. There's something empty about Ormond's performance. I would describe her as vacuous. No, she's good in the part, but she is not Audrey Hepburn. Like I said, she's the only character, well, actress or actor in the film that doesn't come close to the original. Everybody else is better than the original. And that's my honest opinion when it comes to quality of acting, quality of showing the character arcs, because character arcs are so important in good storytelling. And oh my God, the character arcs in the 95 version are so much better. She's just like a really good, pretty placeholder for the character. But her career never took off because she's not an Audrey Hepburn type. She's not. I wish they'd gotten someone that was kind of had that kind of quality. But I don't think there was an actress like Audrey that even comes close to her.
Nobody will
Which I'm
ever
assuming,
be able to do that.
yeah, I'm assuming that, that was a concern making the film. And I think that the director, Sidney Pollack, made a conscious decision to just find a girl that fits that role, that can play the part, and just be good in it. And by the way, a couple of other actors in this film that I really love is Paul Giamatti. This is one of his early roles. And of course, John Wood. A lot of people go, "Who the fuck is John Wood?" And I'm like, War Games are two major films with him. And he's the villain in Lady Hawk, and he's a retired scientist that created the computer in War Games. And he's fucking good in any role he's in. And he is great in this film as the driver. What's the driver's name? Fairchild. Yeah. And so I agree with you, Alpha. It's not just this film. First Night wasn't a good film overall anyway, but her Guinevere hardly, I did not like that movie at all. I did not like that movie. I don't care if Sean Connery's in it. Richard Gere is so fucking awful as an actor. Like, I just cannot stand that guy. I just want to punch him in the face when I see him. He's got such a smug look. And Julia just didn't have enough emotional depth to show the real pain of getting her heart broken by Linus. I mean, she cries. She does a good job being emotional, but she doesn't doesn't convey the emotion very well. I agree with that.
What I really disliked is how they style her in the beginning. Yes, she's supposed to be like just out of her teens, but they're doing the ugly duckling shit where the hair is all weird. She has glasses. She wears like weird clothes. I dislike that. It's just so overused to do that.
Liked how, she was the knobby-kneed girl that had mercurochrome on her knee all the time when David was describing her in the original film.
Yeah, but she can still be cute. You don't turn beautiful out of nowhere.
We needed somebody like that in the film that could come off as not so much an ugly duckling, but just not be very interesting looking because they're young. And I think they should have got somebody younger, to be honest. They should have got somebody between 20 and 25 to play the part who could easily play somebody under 20. Yeah, Dribbles love Richard Gere, man. He gives them a nice place to vacation. And I can't think of any actress that was around in the 90s that would have pulled off this character. I think there's one actress today that kind of could, but she annoys me. She's the daughter of Phil Collins. I forget her name. Lily, I think.
Lily Collins. Yeah, Lily Collins.
She is an Audrey Hepburn type. And when she played, I think it was Snow White. I liked her in that part. I'll see if I can find her really quick. It's Lily Collins, right? But she was too young when they made this film. I'm trying to think. Let me go to the 1990s. Winona Ryder. Natalie was, I think, too young.
Yeah.
For this role.
Ryder would have worked. I could see her.
Winona Ryder. Way too young. Natalie Portman. And then, of course, they say Julia Ormond is the type, but I don't agree. I don't think she is that type of actress. But Winona could have probably pulled off that role. But I don't know. But Lily Collins, if they were to remake the film again, she'd be perfect for the part. Helena Bonham Carter, absolutely. You brought her up earlier, dude. Absolutely. She could have pulled that off in the 90s.
Oh, yeah. She can pull anything off. She's
just so long as she doesn't fuck the director.
Yeah.
I only bring that up because I still am pissed at Kenneth Branagh for doing that shit.
What he did to that story.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. But stage, you're further away from the audience.
Yeah, that's stage.
The lines.
Yeah.
Makeup can hide that. And I got to tell you, man, I love that song by John Williams and Sting.
Yeah. I always loved that one.
She kept her clear of department stores. Yeah, because she's a shoplifter. She got busted for that back in the 90s. really hurt her career, man.
Are they still holding that over her?
No.
Oh, I'm sure it still has an impact on it, but no, she's older. She's found a whole new kind of weird. Like when she was at that award ceremony, and she looked like she was on drugs. When she's like behind everybody accepting the award for, I think it was for Stranger Things, and she's like, "What? What?" She's looking around like confused by what's going on, and it's like, "Holy shit, is she having an episode?" You never know with her, man. She's fucking a little nuts, man. And both of them become kind of a bad guy right about now. This is the point where they have two tickets. One of them's not for real. But in the end, he decides, screw the deal. I want her happy. He cares about her that much. He wants her happiness. So he's going to give her David. And it's in both films. They both have a very similar wrap up with this. And I like that both of them are completely unaware.
Yeah.
They're in love.
I like that David in the modern version tells him no, because he wants to go through with the marriage and the deal and everything and actually start working. Like he gets shaken awake. That doesn't happen in the OG version.
It did do damage to her career, John. It really did. She started getting less offers over that shit. Because it's one thing that they used to give a shit about in productions, to not have actors on the set who are problematic that could do damage to a film. Now they don't give a shit. They kind of egg on the actors to say stupid shit in public and destroy the film. And it's just like, you're going to get what you wish for. Your movie's going to tank because you decided to go that route. And by the way, I do want to talk about this because that bullshit that supposedly Armie Hammer that said he was shocked and
yeah,
upset.
How is that possible?
First of all, he lies and he says, I only saw 50 pages of the script when I was hired. That's when you're hired. You saw what was happening with the dailies. You saw what your character was doing in the film.
You read more of the monologue.
He is such a fucking dishonest person for doing that. And I'm like, if he kills his career, I'm fine with it. Because I wasn't sure if he was guilty of the shit they said before, but he's being a horse's ass right now and being extremely dishonest. This is one of my favorite parts. The mom stepping up to her son. Now, in the original film, one of the things that happens that I like that they don't have in the new film is, when Linus kisses her, she feels it, and she asks David to kiss her later. And David kisses her. And it's just not the same. And she knew she was in trouble. She had finally fallen out of love with David. But now she was in love with the older brother, who is faking it, or at least thinks he's faking it. And it goes back to that old saying, you can't fake it that well. Something happens to you, and you have feelings. And so his character in both films discovers in the end, oh, fuck, I have a heart. I give a shit. I care. I'm in love. Saying her career, I'm saying age, so my crush just got even bigger. Oh, I get you, John. I get you. Yeah, she was a cute thing, man. We all liked her. Every guy, straight guy. Oh wait, what was that? Don't forget Hot Shots Part 2. Yes, it was a French comedy with let's see, who all was in that movie? You had Charlie Sheen, you had Lloyd Bridges, you had an appearance by Martin Sheen. That's a fun movie. I like that film.
I know that.
Uh-huh. Hold on, let's not interrupt her. Yeah. And
Just the usual announcement. She woke up and now she's going to her bowl to check if there's any food left. I don't know why she always has to announce that.
I took what she said as a review of the film. She liked it.
She never even
I don't know if
watches
she's
films with me.
I don't know if she's aware of the fact we're talking about both films.
Probably not.
Are we in the right theater for pudding? Yep, there it is. Here you go.
Pudding? No, thank you, sir.
Okay.
What?
No, nothing. Talking to myself.
I can't believe it. You made it through the whole show. We're almost near the end.
Yeah. And I cannot not be on the show for this movie, these two movies. I cannot not be.
Now, there's something else I pointed out about Julia Ormond. She either had or I believe she had a lazy eye.
You believe what?
She has a lazy
Julia
eye.
Ormond had a lazy eye because it's her left eye, and her eye it almost looks like she's looking past you when she's looking right at you.
Yeah, it's really weird. She looks at the camera, but her eyes seem distant somehow.
Her right eye looks like it's looking right at you, and the left eye looks like it's looking past the camera. It's like it's a weird thing with her eye that I notice. I don't know if anybody else ever notices it, but because I do, artwork, portraits in particular, I like drawing faces. I take a real notice of people's faces.
Yeah, you notice stuff like that.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, good to see you.
How's your mom?
She's fantastic. I took her out shopping after a doctor's appointment, and that's why I let you know I was going to be late, because you never know with women how long they're going to be in a boutique. Good Lord.
Right.
Anyway,
I can tell you with me, 5 minutes. I fucking hate shopping.
Oh, well, my mom's old school shopper. She was in there for a little bit. I'll tell you, somebody else that's got that kind of thing going on is, and you only notice it every once in a while, and the girl is gorgeous, is the girl that was on Law and Order for a long time.
Yeah. She's got the same thing with her eye.
Yeah. She's got an eye like that. Yeah.
Chick with the
what is
pixie
that girl's
haircut.
name? I'll look it up. But yeah, she's got the same kind of thing.
Yeah, very pretty girl. She had pretty eyes. Wasn't she in Timothy Dalton's first James Bond film, or the second one, the violent one, License to Kill?
Was she? I don't know. I'll definitely check into that, my brother.
I'm doing that right now.
Slash your friends in the house.
Yeah, Carrie Lowell.
That's not what I'm talking about. Angie Harmon is what I'm talking about. Angie Harmon.
Angie Harmon.
Harmon. Harmon. She was on Rizzoli and
Oh, no, I know her too. No, she does too. They both do.
Yeah. Same
Both
thing.
actresses.
The right eye looks like it's looking right at you, and the left eye is doing its own thing. Yeah.
Doing its own thing. It's not like she's cross-eyed or wall-eyed.
No, not at all. I
it's-
notice it every once in a while. It's not all the time, you know. She's a babe.
the other one is-
Oh, Alpha. Joe, this is for you.
Oh no, what? What'd I do now?
Alpha said, why don't you check IMBD?
I am. I'm on IMBD right now, sir.
Hey,
We all know
got another one
the
for you to
Internet
fuck
Movie
up.
Beta Days. All right, we already know that.
Yeah, we've got a new one for you to fuck up.
Oh no.
I want you to go there. It's imcdb.org.
Oh my God.
That is the
Hang on a
Internet
second.
Movie
Say that again. IMCDB.
CDB.org. You'll like it though. This is the website for looking
Oh
up
yeah, Internet
movies.
Movie Cars database. Okay.
Hell yeah. I'm that one and weapons, the Internet Movie.
I was fixing to say they got one for weapons and planes too,
Yeah.
don't they? Yeah. That's cool. You know I'll mess that up. You know I will. I mean, I just got in. I just took my key off. Ugh. Yikes.
I'm sorry. What do you want us to do live?
Do it live. But I play that friggin' Bill O'Reilly clip at the beginning of all my live shows, dude.
Yeah.
I love it.
We'll do it live.
Okay, we'll do it live. Only what I did was I face swapped my face over his. So I wouldn't get hit by it. Oh. My God, every time I turn on X, all I see is Supergirl stuff. Good God. Get over it, people. It sucked. Get over it. Horrible. So how are you guys today? That's nifty. You've got the slideshows. Do the two movies, is it a scene by scene remake or?
No, he is actually showing a projection of what's on his wall.
Okay.
And he's got both slideshows on the wall, and then he's capturing with another camera. So he's really overdoing it.
What?
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Everyone knows he's full of shit when he goes off the rails like that. Now, I was just wondering, because I never got to watch the Bogart one because of this stuff today.
You have to, man.
Yeah,
it's a classic, dude.
From what I understand, and according to the poll, most people are saying it's better than the other one. So
I
will definitely have to watch it. Yeah. Hey man, I was a big Han Solo guy, so I watched everything he did back in the day. Not so much what he got to be an old man. I still haven't seen the I think it's World War II movie where he's a sub captain or something like that. I haven't seen that one.
No, it's a submarine, the Soviet submarine that sink the
something killer or hunter killer
the
or
Widowmaker.
Widowmaker, that's it. Yeah. I haven't seen that one. K-19, right? Yeah.
Yeah, K-19. So I'm going to let you know that I'm ending the poll now. I'm going to start a new one. So the 1954 one. So very clear. There we go. I'm ending that poll. Let's start a new one. And I will ask on this one, who was the better David?
And that's the Bogart Harrison Ford part, right?
No.
No?
David
Okay.
is
brother.
William Holden, Greg Kinnear.
I like Greg Kinnear, man. But then again, I can't judge it because I like William Holden too. I'll have to watch that one. I can't answer that one. If I were to answer it, I'd have to say Greg Kinnear because I've seen this one.
Well, I've seen both of them, and yes, Greg Kinnear.
Okay.
Is there two N's in Kinnear or one?
Oh.
Never mind. I've got it right here. I just was hoping that one of you guys would know.
No,
It's
not
two.
off the top of my
It's two.
head. I had
two.
it before we started looking for Homegirl's name.
There we go. There you go.
And
New
I am
poll,
a fan.
guys.
I am a fan of Greg Kinnear. Who thought when we watched him on that ridiculous show, Talk Soup, that he was actually going to turn out to be the actor that he was?
Yeah, nobody remembered that.
Yeah, I do.
Like I said
he was the first host of Talk Soup.
You weren't here earlier. Nobody remembered. Like Greg Kinnear was a talking head before he started acting.
Yeah, and he was funny too. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he was hilarious on that show, Talk Soup.
Yep.
In fact, the guy after him was pretty fucking funny, and he went on to star on the show Community and other shows. Another show that he did that was good. They got 2 seasons, I think, out of it. Was The Great Indoors.
The Great Indoors?
Wow. It's a funny show about a magazine about the great outdoors, and he's this great explorer, and his street cred's dying, so he has to work at the magazine now, and has to work with a bunch of millennials, which he's really fucking annoyed by.
I imagine.
But, let me pull this up. Image file. Remember those old electric razors like that by Norelco?
Oh God, the one with the foil on it.
Yeah, see, that's the one I got cut by. Because man, those little brush blades, if they broke loose in me, man, I got slashed across my jawline, and that was it. I was done. I had a big old cut right here.
I didn't realize Tony Soprano's mom was in this movie.
Yeah, she died while making The Sopranos. Yeah, I brought her up earlier that Nancy Marchand is like just a great actress. You got Angie Dickinson as the future mother-in-law. She's fucking hilarious. She goes up to Harrison Ford separately and is basically like, let's slip off someplace and have some fun.
Right?
He's like, what? No.
Richard Crenna's in it too. John Wood? What a cast. Wow. It's been a long time since I saw this. And what a great John director Wood. Too, huh? Man, I love Sidney Pollack.
Well, look, Sidney Pollack is on my top 10 list.
Yeah. Yep.
I am glad I don't have the name David. Gregory Peck was the best David and Bathsheba. I got to tell you, Gregory Peck would have been a good version of the Linus character. Yes, it was.
Yeah, I mean, before that, they were just known for doing award shows and red carpets. But
just the random David Mamet mention.
Bam.
Well, at least
I love David Mamet.
At least it's not Fassbinder nor Querelle.
Yes, he was. By the way, that is the count right there with 7 votes. You lazy pricks.
I voted
7 votes, and I'm not calling you lazy prick. I'm calling whoever didn't vote lazy prick. Okay, we're getting a better vote this time, a little better turnout. Let's see what's going on here. William Holden's winning by 60%. Greg Kinnear at 40%.
William Holden's an awesome actor. He's in my favorite disaster movie of all time.
In my opinion, he played the character better. He fleshed the character out better.
Yeah.
But I do love William Holden in the role because he's funny as shit.
Yeah. I'm a big homer for the Towering Inferno and everybody that was in it. So, yeah. And plus all those great Westerns he was in back in the day. You know. He's a great actor. Love William Holden.
Look, man, everybody's a little gay for William Holden.
I know it. Because he's one of them guys that don't mess around, man.
Unless he messes around.
Then he means to, you know what I mean? And he does it well.
He does it with conviction. It's like when I'm driving down the street with my godfather, Father Weems, and he's driving his Volvo and it's acting up, and he goes, "God damn you!" That thick Irish accent, and I went, "Father," and he goes, "I meant it."
I want him to damn this thing.
I want this car to go to hell. Gerard Johann David von fucking Germans again. Pretty much the only German David I know of. Well, when she gets back, I hope she's okay. I've not gotten a message from her.
Oh, she must have. Oh, he's here on chat.
What'd she say?
My laptop froze.
Laptop froze.
Laptop froze.
Great.
Yeah, man. I hate it when that shit happens. It happens to me too often.
I hate using a laptop, period.
Me too.
I mean, I've got one. It's an Apple, but I rarely ever use it. I think they call it an AirBook or something like that. Or I can't remember what those things are called.
This is the uncomfortable conversation between him and Fairchild. And I like this scene. I feel that this scene's better written and not better acted, but better written than in the original film between him and Fairchild. Because the moment he says, she's all I care about, I can make her happy. That's it. He's like, get out of the car, run.
Yeah. Right.
I also like it when his character, you see he has an arc in the story because he finally professes his love for the chef, the female chef, and asks her to marry him. And I like that scene. There's not a scene in this film that I don't like. And I love the ending of the modern film, the 95 film, which is 40 years older than the original. And I got to tell you, man, I love the ending of the original, but God damn it, they shocked me by making a better ending. I think the ending is better in the newer film.
And that's always cool, isn't it? When they don't fuck it up, when they actually improve on the original. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, it's just so real. There's this real feeling. Instead of going to meet her on the boat, they said, look, she's already taken off. But the mother points out that the supersonic plane will get there ahead of her if you take it. And you can catch that flight now. And he fucking hauls ass to the helicopter. They get him to the landing strip onto that fucking SST. I miss that plane. And I blame the communists for that plane being pulled out of. Yeah, it's the fucking Marxists and the whole green thing that led to the destruction of the thing. So they're trying to find a better version of a supersonic now, and they're getting ready to launch one. I'm looking forward to finding out how this supersonic flight works, the transatlantic flight.
I always thought it was stupid to shut that thing down. I mean, come on, man. Why not just improve on it? Keep it in service and improve on it.
The thing is, you got to stabilize the sonic boom. That's the problem. You have to stabilize it because you can't be doing that over top of
populated
areas.
Yeah. You'd be shattering windows and shit.
And that was the big problem they were complaining about. But
honestly, the Concorde had to go. The thing is, they didn't have anything to replace it that should have been stratospherical flight.
Right. Yeah, like I can't believe you said that, man, because you know what? It just popped into my head, Land of the Giants, because that spaceship, it was made to cover half the Earth in no time flat from damn near orbit,
into space,
right? Yeah.
By going into space orbit and then coming back down.
Right, yeah.
Doing about 20,000 miles an hour in space.
Right.
So they just get there in like under an hour where they need to go to. Look at this shit here. I like this scene where he walks up. The gentleman asked if you would fix his hat. And she's like, what? he said that you're the only person that knows how to fix the hat. And they couldn't do that in the new film because when you pop the fucking brim down on a Hamburg, it's a fedora. And you can't do that with Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Which is
can't.
dumb.
Yeah.
You know, why not? He wouldn't wear a fedora in Blade Runner.
It would have been awesome. And the moment that you look at him, everybody in the cinema would have gone all DiCaprio pointing on the screen. Oh!
Da, 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 da,
You mean
da,
this one?
da.
You mean this one?
Yes.
I don't know if you guys ever seen it, but was a horror movie sequel to Humphrey Bogart was in The Return of Dr. X, which was a follow-up to Dr. X. Yeah, Bogart's in the original. Yeah. And I like that. It's too bad. He's dead. They kept blowing out tires on it. It got really expensive. Now, I didn't know about that. That's interesting. The Trump admin is proposing a change of regulations which would allow for a return of supersonic commercial flights. I imagine Musk would develop a vehicle. The whole thing is build something to where it doesn't do the sonic boom over populated areas.
Yeah.
And my assumption is get it to go higher.
Get it to go higher or get it over the ocean and do it. I mean, come on. It can be done. It's not rocket science. Oh, wait. Yeah, it is. I'm sorry.
Yes. I got to tell you, though, as much as I disliked that movie, and I really dislike it, I did like the opening 20 minutes where it's back in the past and they did the de-aged Harrison Ford. I thought it was as good as, I like Circle, The Great Circle video game. Because it's got a really good story too, and I like
heard
the
that
kid
was
that
decent. I heard that was fun.
Yes, it is
Yeah.
good. It's good. It's a good adventure game, and it's got great action in it. And the kid doing Harrison Ford's voice should replace Harrison Ford for his voice because he nails it perfectly.
Very cool.
Und that is the end. We are done now. So he goes to Paris. And
He asked her, how do you say I have a white flag?
how do you say I want to put my sausage in your pouch for the rest of your life? They have supposedly developed a new aircraft that doesn't create a sonic boom. Well, that's what I was hearing. Is it's they did something in its design that softens the breaking of the sound barrier. And I don't know how they did it. It was some kind of baffling, or I don't know. It absorbs it somehow. But that's what they were talking about, that they were going to unveil within the next year. So I'm looking forward to it. We should be hearing something either this year or early next year about it. How does one copy and paste and still turn everything into all caps? Only Gambit, my friend. Only Gambit. It's a magic thing that he does. So I'm going to go ahead and end that one in poll. William Holden wins that one 60-40. And now I will create the last poll. Which lead actor played Linus best? And
That's
we're going to go
unfair.
with Humphrey Bogart.
I think they both play it perfectly. The difference is is in the way how the character is written.
Yeah, and I put the question out as this: which lead actor do you feel played Linus best? Humphrey Bogart, Harrison Ford. So here you guys go. You guys just vote what you want, man.
I can't vote on that one.
And here we go. I'm going to post the last poll. I would love to see the return of hats like fedoras and Homburgs. I fucking love those hats. I wish men would be a little more, less, not so much dandies, but focus on really dressing nicely again. Let's bring back wearing a suit, a suit and tie to church. I'm tired of seeing people in church in fucking t-shirts and Bermuda shorts. Man, fucking dress nice. When you have a family event, dress nicely to it. Act like you give a shit. Look, I get it. Like suits can be expensive, but there are more affordable ways. You have a nice suit. Let's see. They leave their site in all caps. Oh, that's funny. Hands down, Humphrey Bogart. Hell, fuck me, I'm late. Okay, Tim.
Timmy.
I wholly agree because that photo of me, I'm going to go see if I can find that real quick.
Wait. In the meantime, where is the Tim video? Oh, here.
There's some pictures of civilian casualties.
Fuck you, Tim.
And
Hey, Sweden! They call me the Gambit.
then
Voting hard. There we go. They're really voting.
now I have to find the one for Penny.
You made one.
Penny, my precious.
Oh, I cannot change the studio. Thank you, stranger.
Oh,
This is
man.
lovely. Gary, can you find the Penny's video, please? Pretty,
Hold
please.
on.
Pretty, please.
I'm doing something. I'm sorry. All right. Back to you. What am I doing? Penny's?
Penny's video.
I don't know if it's in this
I think it's
group.
in Maine.
Let's see.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. I'm a psychopath. You
No,
didn't
I
make me
didn't.
yawn.
I knew that.
No, I'm not. I like even when the cat yawns, it makes a yawn. She'll look at me and she just has this look of just love. Her eyes are half closed and she's just looking up at me from the floor. And I love that cat. I really do. I have a very close relationship with her. Name is Artemis, but I call her baby girl. Also, yeah, when you travel on plane, they would put suits and ties on. Like men would dress nicely, women would put on a nice dress. It's
I don't
weird
know.
that people don't do that anymore. All right, it's saying I can't find it, dude. I went looking through this group. So let's go to main group. Let's go look on there. Jesus didn't wear
Suit and tie.
suit and tie. Just saying. Well, they didn't have them back then. Clay.
Mr. Thomas.
There, I found it. It's in main shows. Here you go.
Penny.
Sheldon.
Penny.
Sheldon.
Penny.
Sheldon.
Penny.
Sheldon.
good.
go.
Too good.
Yeah. Casual
My friend was.
Fridays. Yeah, I mean, you want to your lawyer to see like a shark. I mean, a professional.
I want to bring back the leisure suit. Hey, man, come on. Leave your suit, Larry. Come on.
You know, baby. He was my hero
Everybody,
when I was younger.
do a clap hand emoji if you remember Leisure Suit Larry.
Come on. You got
That was
to
a
know.
game, man.
If you know,
That was a
you
game.
know.
It was kind of pornographic with some of it.
Well, that was
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole
Absolutely.
thing.
Humphrey
They walked
Bogart
right up to
stomped
the
shit.
line, as close to the line as they could get.
So there we go. All right. All right, here we go. So let's see. The last one was this one, right? Who's the best, David? Greg Kinnear, William Holden, 60 to 40%.
I'm seeing a
I
lot
kind
of
of
love
figured.
to 54.
I figured that. I know a lot of people don't agree with me because I think Greg Kinnear played David better.
Yes, he did.
But I get it. William Holden's just the classic fucking actor. And again, for those who didn't hear, his death was so tragic because he fell and struck his head. He was drunk. He fell and he struck his head on the nightstand next to his bed and collapsed on the floor and bled to death. Horrible way to fucking die.
Just never know.
I've always loved William Holden, man.
Yep.
All right, here we go. This is the last one for Bogart or Ford. And it was a landslide. Most votes, and thank you guys, especially the other two who jumped in there that weren't being lazy this time. Thank you. So we got Humphrey Bogart at 67% to Harrison Ford's 33%. I don't like because I know people love Harrison Ford, but when it comes down to that fucking role, man, that's Bogart's. He's first. I get it. So I don't think we're going to get her back. I'm referring to my woman, Anima. Anima Confusa. By the way, we are watching, we're down to the last two episodes of Battle Creek TV series. It was created by Vince Gilligan and David Shore. I mean, you got two heavyweights like that creating a show, and the writing is so good. The characters are great. How did this show fail? And I believe the network didn't want to pay for another season. And so they picked another show and gave it off and made it sound like the show failed. And I don't give a shit. That's a good fucking show. They should have given it a minimum of 2 seasons to let it catch its audience. They've done it with other shows, but not with that one. And if you've never seen Battle Creek, I highly recommend it. Go find it. In fact, let me go look up real quick. Where can I watch Battle Creek TV series? Okay, it's on Amazon Prime. I'm going to go there real quick just to see. You do have to buy it. It's separate. It's not part of the thing. It's on Apple TV. Bet you have to buy it. Well, I guess you can watch it if you have an account with Apple TV. There you go. It's got 2 actors I really like. Dean Winters is one, and Josh Duhamel. I fucking like both those guys, and they're so funny. Dean Winters is the Mayhem actor from the insurance commercials, and I'm Mayhem. You never know when I'm going to
Love
happen.
him.
He is so
think
fucking
he
funny. He died, and then they revived him. He had a blood infection, and he ended up losing 2 of his digits. I think a toe and a finger, and he was fucking dead. And they finally got his started again. He was in some sort of arrhythmia, so the heart wasn't pumping, but the nerve was still firing, because you have to have electrical current going on in the heart for the defibrillator to really do its job. They brought him back. I'm sorry, but Harrison Ford is just way too believable as a complete piece of shit rich guy. Yeah. Well, we know him better now. We know him now. Back then, we didn't know him.
Back then, we
very
didn't
well.
know him as well. No.
He kept his mouth shut about politics and shit. The shuttle bus from the BART station up to the UC Berkeley, I've been there. I've seen that train. BART system is called Humphrey Bogart. Humphrey Go Bart. Oh, that's fucking funny. I love that. The funniest thing I've ever seen is I saw a street preacher on a street in Berkeley, like in the downtown area, and fucking, reading from the Bible, and he was being heckled by hippies.
Heckled by hippies.
Yeah, because just that, like if somebody said, I graduated with a bachelor's arts degree from Berkeley, I would go, tell me you're a liberal without telling me you're a liberal.
Dude, that's an awesome name for a punk rock band. Heckled by hippies.
Heckled by hippies. One of my favorite band names was when I was with one of the bands in Illinois, and it was a punk band. And the first name we took was Bob's Immaculate Bathroom. Bob's Immaculate with a G. Immaculate Bathroom, because Bob was my landlord, our landlord. We rented from him, the whole band. And we kind of were drunk with him one night, and my apartment is messy, but my bathroom is immaculate. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he said, I keep it crystal clean. You could eat off the toilet. And I somehow suspect he did. But anyway, Bob was a nice guy, but he was a drunk, and he also didn't know shit about guns. And he was having an argument with me one night about the M16. I was explaining the differences of the M16, the M16A1, and the M16A2. And he's just like arguing with me. And I'm trying to explain, no, that's not right. And I'm trying to explain to him what he's not catching. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, out of nowhere, and I've not seen this man in 25 years, my cousin Larry, we call him Gomer because he was a volunteer to go to Vietnam. He walks by and he says, "Shut up, Bob. Listen to Gary. He knows what he's talking about." Went, oh my God, my cousin. I got so, and he was like, just gonna keep going. Yeah, and I have called him. That guy never answers a call from me. He's just like that. He's very private, and but God, I fucking loved him. I have such great memories of my cousin. And he had a house, farmhouse, and he needed us to help work on the farm. So the entire family moved into the house. And we took care, and that fucking house was haunted as shit. And I tell you, there were multiple times one of my siblings and I ran out of the house and just stood out there until mom and dad came home. Because the shit that just happened, too fucking weird for us. Oh, yeah, look, I'm going to tell you, Alpha. Like, my daughter said, I want to be a hippie. I said, they don't bathe, and they all smell like patchouli, right?
Jeez.
He's like, what? I said, yeah, they don't wash their hair, so their hair is ratty. They're gross. A lot of them have body lice. Like, they're fucking filthy, honey. A real hippie is not what you think it is.
No,
Well, I want to be that kind of hippie. Because that's not a hippie.
no, exactly.
That's
You-
cosplay. You want to cosplay as a hippie. What were you going to say?
That is LARPing as a hippie.
Yeah, LARPing. Same. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. Cosplay, LARPing. I'll put it back. I want to read that one. I didn't catch what was said there. The previous one. My friends in college had a band called VDA. It doesn't stand for what you think it does. It stood for Vas Deferens, which is still fucked up because that's, you know what the Vas Deferens is, right? Any of you guys? Because Joe, you should know some medical stuff with your wife. Is she there? Is Foxy there?
No, she is in the shower getting ready to go to her meeting tonight. So, yeah, I don't know medical stuff at all, dude. I don't. She talks to me in medical acronyms, and I'm like, "Yo, dumbass over here, explain. I don't know what you mean." I wish I did, Gary, but I don't.
Men have the vas deferens. It's also known as like the ductus deferens.
Oh, right. It's what's connect the.
It is a muscular tube in the male reproductive system
with the prostate. Yeah.
Yeah, it's what transports the sperm to the epididymis. So, what I'm going to tell you now is it's how you ejaculate. But what's funny is ejaculate used to be used differently than it is today. Today, if you say ejaculate, somebody goes, but an old way of speaking was if somebody said something quickly and out loud, they were ejaculating. And you go read, in particular, old stories of, what's his name, the French detective.
Poirot.
You will see that word used quite often throughout the stories. That's what he stood and ejaculated. And I'm sitting there going,
yeah, what was it? I can't remember which comic. I don't know if it was a Batman comic. I think it was a Captain America comic that I saw. Every once in a while you'll see these things out of context, and they'll put them up on X or something. And a way of saying serious business or something serious was talking hard dick back in the day.
Yeah, you don't do that now.
Yeah, you would never say that now, but it's actually written in a comic
absolutely
book.
Written up for that in a job.
Yeah,
if he said that at work, I got written up and talked to by HR because one of the sales reps was telling a horrifying story of this client. And at the end of it, I said, "Oh my God, what a fucking douchebag!"
Yeah,
and everybody got
really.
And I'm like,
oh man,
and I'm looking at everybody like, what, and I'm like, look, man, I'm a fucking dude. I grew up with guys that called each other dude, and we have
conversations with the word dude.
Douchebag is not a filthy fucking word. It is a device that's used to clean a woman's vagina. And when you say douchebag the way you do is one that's filled with the filth of what's left inside the douchebag, because that's how you clean it. But anyway, fucking people, man. I got written up, got talked to by HR, and the woman that wrote me up later, and I got golf claps from my manager. Very quietly, she looked around the corner. She looked at me, and she made eye contact with me. I looked at her, and she went, and I went like that, because the woman came in. I was having a private conversation with one of my Army buddies, and I said, "Well, you know me. Sometimes I'm a fucking retard." She comes into my office, and I was on my break when this happened, and the door was fucking shut. She overheard me, meaning she's listening to my fucking private conversation. And she comes in, and she says, "I just want to let you know that I'm raising my grandson." I said, "Well, that's good. That's awesome that you're doing that." I didn't know where this was going. And she said, "And my son, he's on the spectrum. He has Asperger's." I said, "Uh-huh. And I don't like the word retard being said." And I went, you know, just because you have Asperger's doesn't mean you're mentally retarded. In fact, it's commonly unrelated. She goes, well, we don't like that word. And I said, oh, well, I'll tell you what, I promise to never say it to you. But if I say it in one of my private conversations, it's none of your business. All right, thanks. And she goes, I went, no, really, we're done. We're done. There's nothing else to say. I understand. I will never, ever say that to you or your child. You've got my word. You may leave now. And she went out of my office, and my manager was like,
way to go.
Like that. Fucking, that was my private conversation. What I say in my private conversation is not your business.
Yeah. What he said twice. All right, Garrett, we're going to get, I got a show here in about 15 minutes. So.
Oh, the show that nobody watches?
That's it. The show that nobody watches.
Hey. I hear to the show when I'm cooking.
I know there's a lot of people watch the show. People I know, and I just fuck with you, buddy. I just like being a dick to you.
That's it.
Hey,
I'm an easy target. People do it to me all the time.
Don't run with those, Penny.
I'll see you later, guys. Be good.
All right, buddy. Have a good show. This is my cousin Larry, and this is my other cousin Larry. Yeah. The film opened in New York and Los Angeles. Yeah. The J.K. Rowling used ejaculated in its old meaning several times in Harry Potter because it means to enunciate and speak out. That's all it means. But now it's fully connected to men's ejaculation from sex. Location for Sabrina is a portrayal of Larrabee's. Yeah. Actually, I liked some of the locations in the newer film because if you're paying attention, you should recognize some of the locations from another movie.
Yes.
And that movie had that theme. Da-dum, 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 dum-dum, dum, ba-da-dum, bum, 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 bum. Yes, they shot in some of the same streets and locations from Jaws in the modern Sabrina. And I thought that was really fucking cool. And you caught it, Martin. That's awesome. Let's see. We're not going to use magic. Ron ejaculated loudly. Yeah, I know. That's the way it used to be used in literature. And it like if you're like me, you can't help but giggle a little bit. Go because we have filthy minds. Scumbag means used condom. Yeah, I don't doubt that that's probably where it came from, Alpha. I found it hilarious when TV shows started using it as a mild expletive, thinking it was just another way of saying scum. Gary, was your HR lady named Karen? No, it was not, but she was a Karen. You just got to shut people down. You don't have to argue with them or debate with them. It's not a debate. Your personal rights of speech is not up for debate. And when people come up and they say, now they have every right, if they don't like what you're saying in public, to argue with you about it. Like maybe you should say that for somebody else or someplace else. And you go, well, maybe, but you don't get to tell me what I get to say or how I say it. And I feel that way with people all the time. You got to go? Okay, John Whitaker, you take care of yourself. We should wrap this up now. I don't titter, but I do giggle. I do giggle. I chuckle.
I have never seen that word before.
Tittering. What one? Tittering? Oh yeah. It's a very gentle chuckle, like very gentle tittering. Girls titter. Yeah, that's tittering. And giggle is like that's giggle. A chuckle is it's a quick, more robust laugh, but it's over quickly. And there you go.
What she said.
Right, ejaculated. If you laugh loudy, is that a bad tittering? A big tittering? It'd be weird to call it that, but fuck it. He tittered like a madman. Tittering. There you go. That's why I thought it was really weird when she said that he giggled like a schoolgirl in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade when Alison Doodie's character, the Austrian, is talking to Indiana Jones. The last day I saw him, he was so excited he giggled like a schoolgirl, and I'm like, that was weird. Oh, definitely. Well, take off the extra ER. Just a big titter. That's her. She has grand bosoms. Is my woman still in the chat? Like, where the fuck are you, Anima? And that's her fucking name, Alpha. I always thought it was weird. And the only two films I know her from are Last Crusade and The Crying Game. Because I think it's a Crying Game. Hold on. No. Which one is it? It's Alison Doody. She's an Irish girl. And gorgeous, by the way. She's fucking beautiful. Blonde. She looks like she's from Scandinavia. The blonde hair, blue eyes. But she was in an Irish, she was a member of the IRA in a film back in the 90s, early 2000s. And I'm wondering if it was the movie with Mickey Rourke. So I'm going to go look at it. 85, View to a Kill, Deception, Howard's Way, Queenie, A Prayer. That is it. So she was a member of the IRA in Prayer for the Dying with Mickey Rourke. Here, let me show you. This is a film we have talked about. Anima liked this movie a lot. A Prayer for the Dying. Just a wonderful British crime film with Mickey Rourke as an Irish guy who killed some kids unintentionally. And he decides to leave the IRA over it. And they're like, you can't just leave. And they send people to kill him. And they send his best mate, played by Liam Neeson. So yeah, you got a great cast in this film. Really good cast. And you got Mickey Rourke as Martin Fallon, Bob Hoskins, and he's clearly like up near Kerry kind of Irish accent. And I was down there with me da accent, that one. Alan Bates is in this movie as one of the villains. Sammy Davis, beautiful blonde girl. She plays the blind daughter of Bob Hoskins' character. Christopher Fulford is a villain in this film. He plays Billy Meehan, the brother of Alan Bates' character. Liam Neeson plays Liam Doherty, and he is the best friend of Mickey Rourke's character. And he's been ordered to kill by Alison Doody. Where is she? There she goes. Alison Doody. And it's a very good film. And Camille Kaduri plays Jenny Fox. She's a madam to a whorehouse. This movie hit me really like well. I love this fucking movie. It's got the Catholicism in it because the priest wants to save Mickey Rourke's character. And Mickey Rourke is only there because he was sent to kill him because he spoke out against the IRA. And so therefore they put a hit out on this priest and he refuses to kill him. And so he's now up against the IRA and the mob. And they all want to kill him. Control him or kill him. And it all builds to a big explosive moment at the end. And people die and it's fucking brutal. And I like a brutal ending and I don't care if it's happy. I just want it to be true. I want it to be done with respect and to the audience. Derry is up north. He has a Derry accent. Look, man, I have a big encyclopedic mind and my retrieval system doesn't work as well as it used to. And that's why I like having people like you, Alpha, on the show, because you actually help me pull it back out. They're like, that's it. That's what I meant. Because I'll say things and you know what I'm talking about. And I can't think of what the fucking word is. I don't think I have dementia. I just have scatterbrain as I'm getting older. Because I took a test and I did really well on the test, so I don't show any signs of dementia. But I do have trouble remembering shit. And I've got all this fucking information in my head. Duty was a Major League 2. I got to go back and watch that. Because I do like the second film. I thought it was a good film. The girlfriend agent trying to change Charlie Sheen's character. Oh, got you. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to go check that back out again. I've not watched that since the 90s. I think the last time I watched it was in the 90s. Would you say that the ending was explosive or ejaculating? I think there was some ejaculation during the explosion. By at least one character. Yeah, her fucking name is ridiculous, and I think it hurt her career. I really do. I think her name hurt her career. I mean, how could you not be a major villain in a Spielberg movie and be as beautiful as her? And she's good in the role. Her accent, I don't know. Anima and I need to sit down, and she needs to sit down and judge it. And I think that'd be a fun show. I think we should do some shows where we have people from England, America, or Australia, Ireland, doing an Austrian accent and see how well they do. If their German is any good. Because, Anima's a good fucking critic on that. And she is impressed with certain actors that pull it off. Regarding Henry, look, man, I love that movie. Fucking despise J.J. Abrams. But I love that movie, man. It's a beautiful film. Beautiful characters. And I really like that little girl that plays the daughter. Her career kind of derailed, it seems. What was her name? I don't think her career went past her early 20s.
Jesus, she's not even here, and she's always calling for ending the show.
I'm sorry, what?
I must remind you, we have a movie to finish, Gary.
Rap, Gary, rap. I don't see the actress that played the daughter. I'm just going to click on a photo because there it'll be there. It's Kamian Allen. She just disappeared. She never did another fucking movie. And she was one of the best parts of that film. The young girl that played his daughter in that film. Just her reaction to everything and the way she treated her dad in the movie. Really good film. I do like that movie. All right. That's it. I'm done. Stick a fork in me. Ow, Martin. Christ. It's her Allison Duty from Indiana Jones Last Crusade. One of my mental exercises is opening up a blank map in Paint and using the 26 colors to palette the color code, the countries, states, and capitals. Good brain game. That's good. I like that, man. I think I'm going to try that. I know, that's a good fucking idea. My dad used to play that with me, to memorize the capitals of every state and every country. Do it now. And she's good in it. I'm going to tell you, she's a better actress than the way I feel she got treated. So that's that. All right, we're going to get out of here, guys. We will see. Well, let me say bye to everybody. I want to make sure I say so. We got Gambit Snorty, John Whitaker, 11 Alpha, Penny, D. Bub Martin, E. Clay Thomason, and Slasher Fred. And okay, got them all. Made sure I got them all. So you guys have a great Wednesday. We will see you on Friday. Keith will be here doing something tomorrow, or maybe not. I don't know. Keith is, man, he's a black dude. He's on his own time. That's just the way it fucking goes.
I like to think about that show like Forrest Gump put it. It's a box of chocolates.
You never know what you're going to get. You know what I said after the movie? I said, if I'd written that, I would have said, you never know what you're going to get. So that's why you take your thumb and you push them in to figure out what the flavor is. So women shouldn't, like, that would be awful. Like all their heads pushed in like candy. No, that's not a good idea.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
All right, guys, we're out of here. We'll see you, man.
Bye.
Y'all come back now. You hear?
Matt Damon.